Welcome to the Daybreak Triathlon.
With Kennecott Copper Mines as a backdrop, USTRI SPORTS presents its second annual Daybreak Tri in the beautiful city of West Jordan, Utah. This video is brought to you by USTRI, educating, empowering, and enriching the lives of triathletes. For the latest and greatest in triathlete advice and technology, go to www.powertri.com. With sprint and Olympic distances, everyone is sure to find a challenge just for them. Racers take their marks in beautiful Ochre Lake. Normally, no swimmers are allowed in this man-made oasis. However, thanks to Rio Tinto Land Management and USTRI SPORTS, for one day only, athletes descend upon the pristine pond conditions to see what it feels like.
It's awesome! 2, 1,
And the Olympic racers are off for their 1,500-meter swim. Here we have, rounding the corner to be the first one out of that cold water, is Jason Crompton, with a blazing time of 15 minutes and 35 seconds. Amazing by anyone's standards. Hot on his tail in the maroon and black wetsuit with those long strokes is 32-year-old BJ Christensen, fresh off a third-place finish in St. George Ironman, where he qualified for the World Championships to be held in famous Kona, Hawaii later this year. The challenge athletes face now is transitioning from the cold waters of Ochre Lake to the bike. Luckily, they've got this 200-yard warm-up run to get to transition. For some, it will be enough to get the blood pumping, and for others, it will not. Meanwhile, the sprint distance athletes wait patiently for their turn to tackle the task at hand. Here we have what will shape up to be one of the greatest David and Goliath rivalries in the sport of triathlon. Seasoned pro and Rockcliffe Tri champion David Warden standing next to the 18-year-old Alex Bowcut. This is already shaping up to be one for the books. Back to the Olympic racers, Jared Preston shows us how it's done in T1. Athletes need to shed their swim gear and get on the bike as quickly as possible. Many races are won or lost in the transition zone. The bike mount, though rarely mastered, if practice can be the difference between a good day and a bad day. Spencer Woolston shows us how to do it right. Our first sprint distance athletes are out of the water. Defending Daybreak champion Jamison King lights the lake on fire with a time of 9 minutes 36 seconds. However, hot on his tail is David Warden, who looks like he's stopping. What's this? He's taking his wetsuit off before he even gets to his station. That strategy is quite the gamble. Maybe it'll make him faster in transition. We're just gonna have to wait and see if this one pays off. Holy cow! How did Alex get here? In red and blue, Alex Bowcut entered transition after David and Jamison, but is the first one out for the sprinters. However, Jamison is not far behind. With what I give the Bike Mount of the Day award, Jamison in black blazes by too quick to catch the first time. Don't count David Warden out yet. In just a short 12 miles, we will see how this race is really going to shape up. Over on the women's side, Leslie Hallett shows the ladies how it's done. With a time of 10 minutes, 3 seconds in the lake. Did she just stick her tongue out at the camera? No one can say she's not having fun out there. As the 2009 Daybreak champion, I know she's feeling a lot of pressure to defend her title, but it certainly doesn't show. Leslie's a great example on how to have and be it all. Her Facebook page boasts, "I'm a wife, I'm a mom, I'm an Ironman triathlete. Yep, life is good." Leslie, life is good. Our first sprinters are coming in off the bike. Who's it gonna be? And it's Alex! I don't believe it! Out of obscurity, this 18-year-old is first back to transition with some of the best tricyclists in Utah on his tail. Rack your bike, don't forget to take your helmet off, running shoes on. You'll notice Alex wastes no time with socks. He will grab what looks to be some type of goo nutrition on his way out, but he doesn't eat it right away. I imagine he'll wait a couple hundred yards to get up to speed before he downs it. Now, the question is, how big is his lead? Because we have these world-class pros he's going to need every second he can get. Because here comes David Warden. He's rounding the corner into transition, and look! Jamison is just seconds behind him! Oh, I can't believe how close this race is! With 800 meters of swimming and 12 miles of biking, who thought that the leaders going out onto the run would be separated by just seconds? With Jamison King and David Warden both in transition at the same time, you can see them both. Who will leave T2 first? It's Jamison! Defending Daybreak champ is showing why he won this race last year. He really wants it, but he's going to have to fight off David and catch Alex if he wants to keep his title. A 5K run now stands between our racers and the moment of glory they spend months and years training for.
In true competitive fashion, we had quite the finish for the sprint racers. It came right down to Alex Bowcut, David Warden coming to the finish line, seconds apart. Check it out.
Here comes Alex Bowcut. Warden is right on his heels. This is almost a photo finish there. Alex pushing hard. Ladies and gentlemen.
It's Alex Bowcut with a time of 1 hour and 39 seconds. David Warden just 5 seconds behind him.
And David number 2. David's so excited for number 2.
So much emotion. Those who know David will tell you he's one of the greatest sportsmen and is the first to congratulate Alex. Great sportsmanship here at the Daybreak Triathlon. What do we have here? It's Jamison King just 61 seconds behind Alex Bowcut. The difference? Just 5 seconds faster per mile on the bike, and the title would have been his for the taking. But with a time of 1 hour, 1 minute, and 40 seconds, I'd be happy if I were him. But it's Alex Bowcut who sends shockwaves through the world of triathlon. We caught up with Alex, and here's what he had to say.
Oh my god, that was a fast run. Came out of the water, I think third, got in front of him on transition, held it through the bike and suffered through the run. That's about it. I'm so happy. Today is just a great redemption.
David, tell me about what just happened out there.
Alex did a fantastic job. This guy kicked everybody's trash right here.
So you came out of the run
With David. And I stuck with him for the first half and I couldn't hang with him. So he took off and he almost caught him. Would have liked to do better, but third place isn't bad. And these guys are both really good, so.
Well, I didn't think I could get him at all. Then about mile 2, I realized I was closing. I thought I could get him, and then the last quarter mile, Alex just kicked it in. It was a totally different pace for the last quarter mile, and he held it. And there we go.
Took me about 20
Tell me about crossing the finish line, the emotion you were feeling there.
That was just pure happiness for Alex. I was just really excited for him. So I just wanted to, let everyone know how excited I was for Alex.
It's Bowcut and David number 2. So excited for number 2.
I was very satisfied. I'm still very satisfied. It was a good race. Things went well, so it was good. I'm happy about it.
Good job, David. That was awesome.
So it's Alex Bowcut with first, David Warden second, and Jamison King rounding up our day in third. Let's take you to the women's sprint with Leslie Hallett, who, defending her title in classy fashion, describes her day.
Oh, it was so exciting. It's doing something that you didn't know if you could, didn't think you might be able to, and you do it and it's done and it feels great. It's just the best motivation.
Our Olympic racers going twice the distance now are coming off the bike, and it's Jason Crompton being run down by BJ Christensen. It's just 39 seconds that separate the two. And first in with a time of 1:49.53 is BJ Christensen.
Great course, like the venue, wonderful. Just had to chase Jason, he's a little bit out in front of me on the bike, so. But no, it's a good course, I liked it a lot.
Go. Let's let our Olympic finisher right here. Let it go.
I lost my number.
So Jason, we see you on the first loop. You're in the lead. What happens out there on the run?
BJ's behind me. I gotta have like 10 minutes or he'll reel me in, so. He had a good run and I did good. I can't outrun BJ. I'm happy.
We love it.
Fun! This was cool. Perfect weather. Everything was good. It's a cool race. Neat having all the people around too.
Great. Well, good job out there.
Thank you.
After the first loop, I'm like, man, I don't know, this is going to be close.
Heath is like, you better hurry, BJ's coming. I'm like, no kidding.
Story of my life.
So to finish our day, it's BJ, followed by Jason and Greg Dale in third. Great race, guys. This production has been brought to you by Power Tri and the Shammy Brothers production team.